Catherine Zerbe, MD, is a psychiatrist and psychoanalyst in private practice in Portland. She moved here in 2001 to join the faculty as professor of psychiatry at OHSU. She is a training and supervising psychoanalyst at the Oregon Psychoanalytic Institute. She speaks both nationally and internationally on topics related to women's mental health and has authored 4 books and over 90 clinical papers, book chapters, transactions, and reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Catherine Zerbe.
Thank you very much for that lovely introduction. Appreciate it. It is a great honor to be here at the book launch for a truly remarkable work of literature by Ms. Ram. And to be with this community today and to meet some of you for the first time, I hope that we can become friends. Everyone I have met has been extremely warm, and I appreciate it very much. I'm going to begin my remarks by a blurb I wrote after reading this book that was put on Amazon.com, because it summarizes my initial impressions of this really remarkable and stunning work. I entitled it, "A Terrific Read, Engrossing and Beguiling." This is a terrific book and difficult to put down from the first pages. The main storyline of a woman intellectual growing up in India and living most of her adult life by choice in America is engrossing and beguiling because it is part mystery, part sensual romance, which is how it was introduced to me as a romance novel. It's only part sensual romance and part synthesis of really more than the 2 worlds that the author knows in her depths. She lucidly conveys many worlds in her stunning prose. And of course, as a psychiatrist and a psychoanalyst, to me, that was one of the most in-depth parts of this work that I wondered, how could she do this? How could she take, it's actually quite modest to say this is 2 worlds. There are many worlds in this book, and you must reach in yourself in order to get them. I continue with my remarks. American and British readers who enjoy books about India will not be disappointed, because this one is unique and takes you further than most in the genre, into a rich Indian subculture that you likely know very little about. This comes about because of the protagonist's adult development and personal transformations, and the always enriching perceptions of male-female relationships that develop over decades. This is one of the features I should add about the book, just in speaking here ad lib, that I found most beguiling, most engrossing about it. You don't just meet Megha at one point in her life. You see her evolve over decades, and her thinking process, her poetic process. And she is an innately psychologically minded woman without, it's not like reading a psychological text. It was really, as has been said, it is a work of literature so that you're pulled in and it's psychological and makes you grasp without it being overtly psychological and telling you life lessons. It has many life lessons in it. Poetry, philosophy, science, economics, and psychology are seemingly woven into its compelling storyline, so you learn a lot while immersed in the compelling tale. Published in India, my hope is that it gets the reception abroad that it deserves. Now, a very short personal story about this book when I say it's a terrific read, engrossing and beguiling. When I was gifted the copy of this book, it was this summer before I had to have some minor eye surgery done. And the doctor that I saw said the following: "I want you to exercise your eyes, Dr. Zerbe, 1 hour at a time only. And then you must take a 2-hour break. And then you can exercise your eyes 1 hour again, but then you must take a 2-hour break." And I thought, well, that will be easy to do. I'll read a psychoanalytic paper here, I'll read the newspaper there, a magazine article, then I'll take a nap. And then I got this book as a gift, and I thought, well, there's a lot of dialogue in it. The paragraphs are beautifully outlaid by the publisher. This might be a very interesting piece to read during this recovery period. Well, I started reading, and it was difficult, if not impossible, to put down at those 1-hour deadlines. But I made myself do it. So I'd read for an hour, take the 2-hour break, and then immediately want to go back to it, so that my spouse said to me, "What in the world are you reading? What is so compelling? I've never seen this in over 20 years. And it was this book. So I think that really says from my heart, more than I can say in actual words, that it is, to me, a brilliant work that you cannot put down. It will teach you and it will teach others about an important part of a woman's experience, of a man's experience, of adult and personal development and transformation. And beyond that, it is a bit of a mystery novel. It's a mystery not like a whodunit, but more a mystery of who will Megha become. So with that, I will leave you with that question. Who is she? Who will she become? And to Ms. Ram, I will ask you the question. I don't expect you to answer it here tonight. Where will Megha be in 5 years? She's got a lot more living to do. Thank you very much.